2024 Jim Dandy Stakes. Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al. The Jim Dandy Stakes, Saratoga, tomorrow, Saturday, July 27th, 2024. Race for 3-year-olds, G2, mile and an eighth, 3-year-old division, up for grabs. Darnock has won a couple of G1s recently, but it's not as simple as that. So the Jim Dandy is going to play a major role in determining the top 3-year-old of the year. And of course, we have the Travers. This is like the big race for 3-year-olds leading up to the Travers at Saratoga, which is the crown jewel of the meet. And I'm going to have analysis, picks, and plays for this race. And this is a dandy, Jim Dandy. So what I'm going to do here is bring up some PPs, talk briefly about each of the horses. I've looked this over. I already have my plays set, and I'll give you my selections and what to do with them for the Jim Dandy Stakes. And some of you might be wondering, over to my right, the odds here, they're different than the odds from the opening odds for this big race. And these odds are made by top handicapper and track analyst at Churchill Downs, Ed DeRosa, very sharp player. These are what he believes are the fair odds for each of the horses. And as you can see, he has Sierra Leone and Fierceness as almost the same, 9-5 for Sierra Leone and 2-1 for Fierceness. And we'll talk about that and what I think of Ed's odds. Ed's a Sheets player. I've been a Sheets player for years. Similar style as far as using the data and looking over the races. Both of us wildly successful players. So we'll get started on this, but first coffee. Nice. A little strong, Starbucks original blend. Yeah, we're going with the snob coffee today. So let's get cracking on this race, go right through it. There's only 6 entries. Feel good about this. I think there are some opportunities here to use these horses that I like. So let's bring them up. Okay, there we go. As you can see, Jim Dandy Stakes. These are Brisnet PPs, by the way. 1 1/8 mile, G2, 500K purse. And it's being run at Saratoga. So let's blow through these quickly, and then I'm going to give you my top contenders or my main win contender, how to use these horses. Do you use them in exactas, tries, supers, etc.? And first up is Sierra Leone. This horse has done nothing wrong except have some troubling trips, bore in all the time, has trouble with that. As you can see, 6 races, has never finished off the board, 3 wins, 2 seconds, a third. A tremendous closer from Chad Brown, hometown boy here from Saratoga, brings him up here. You know he wants to win this. Opening odds, even money. Okay, now this horse is a tremendous closer in a race packed with speed. And when I mean speed, I mean early speed. So I can see how they make Sierra Leone an even money favorite. Closing ability, Flavian Pratt up again for second time. Gaffleone had been riding him and always close. And if you look at his running line, out of the 6 races, lost by a length and a half, a nose, won by a length and a half, won by a half, lost by a nose, won. So you're talking about a horse who out of 6 races is 2 noses and 1.5 lengths away from being undefeated. So if you're really thinking about it, out of his 3 defeats, they add up to losing by a length and a half and 2 noses. We won't even throw those in. So this horse is basically a length and a half away from being undefeated. Great closing, a kick. Ran well here, posted his best Brisnet figure at this track last out when finishing 3rd by a length and a half, stumbled at the gate, all sorts of problems. So this horse An honest runner, probably the best looking horse physically out of all of them, and definitely a contender, but we'll take a look at the others. Seize the Gray, I'm going to blow through this one. Opens at 6-1. D. Wayne Lucas, the legendary trainer. He's been running the hell eyeballs out of this horse. So many races. You're going back, look at the running line. Did have his best race over in the mud at 1 mile and 3/16 at Pimlico when winning the Preakness. Got destroyed at Saratoga on June 8th. Was up front early, finished 7th, 12 length back. As you can see, Sierra Leone finished 3rd in that race. I don't like this one. It's a race filled with speed. Showed a little less early speed in his last race. Track should be dry today. Does his best running in the mud. So this one, for me, is a toss. Batten down. This one comes in as the 3rd choice for Bill Mott. Excuse me. Okay, this one comes in as the 3rd choice for Bill Mott. Running at the smaller tracks. The last race won at 1 mile and 1/8, wired the field. Looks impressive, wiring the field. Won the Ohio Derby. Junior Alvarado up again. Lightly raced. Has the nice early speed. I figure it's wired the field in the last 2. I see others as faster early. As you can see, it's the first time in its race at the Ohio Derby. It actually ran its best race and fastest early and middle pace. But even then, the Brisnet figure is too low. I see this one as a toss from the win position. Bill Mott, probably the best thing going for this one, batten down. Can Bill Mott do it again? Shipping in for this? I don't see it. Number 4, Pony Express. This one's a little bit interesting. Shipping in from Santa Anita for John Sadler. Joel Rosario up. Opens at 20-1. It ran a big figure, the highest Brisnet figure out of all of them last out. But Santa Anita, a notoriously quick track. This one's definitely going to be part of the pace here. Pony Express, 20-1. If you're a show player, maybe you want to mess around if you can get some good odds here. And we're going to go back to Ed for a second. As you can see, we'll bring this right back. Ed's odds. He gives this Pony Express. He thinks this horse really should be 59-1. While that might be true, I think that one has a shot to do something either underneath, deep underneath, maybe 3rd. But if you're looking for a price, if you're getting a good show price, you may want to consider it, considering there's a lot of other early speed. And this one has a huge early speed, so maybe he hangs around. We've seen this before at Saratoga, which is a pretty quick track. So if he can get up front early and hang around for something, I can see it. Okay, on to the next one. And we're just about finished here with this. Well, Gould's Gold. Kenneth McPeak, great year for McPeak. Wins the Oaks and Derby double and brings in Gould's Gold. Just looks too slow here. The best thing I could say about this is, now it was beaten down in its last race, right? By 1 3/4. And best thing I could say about this one is hasn't won in a while. Is more of a closing type, compared to the others. He looks like he can rate a little bit. And you got the McPeak factor, who's having a fabulous year, and solid jockey Brian Hernandez up. But I don't like this one. It just looks too slow to me to be part of the pictures. Opens 15-1. Now we get down to Fierceness. Johnny V. Now, the first thing I notice here, especially being a Sheets player, is the a pattern. He has an on and off pattern. Great race, bad race. Great race, bad race. Great race, bad race. Now, if you look at the Brisnet figures, he has 3 figures here, 106, 112, and 101. All the last 2, the 106 and 112, they're faster than anybody else in this field. Now, if Fierceness brings his A game, game over, game over. And Fierceness did break his maiden. As a maiden, ran a 101 Brisnet here on this very track at Saratoga on August 25th of last year. And if he continues with the same pattern, good race, bad race, good race, bad race, good race, bad race. Today, actually, great race, bad race, great race. He's due for a great one today, and he's well rested. Last seen at the Kentucky Derby. The distance, he's 1-for-1 at the distance. Won the Florida Derby at this distance, wiring the field. My only problem with this one is has never shown the early speed, quite the early speed as the others. He likes to, the reputation, his Fierceness likes to have his way on, everything go his way on the track. Get out front early, and he's going to have to overcome that and make it go his way, force the issue in a race like this. But if he runs one of his usual races, good races, it's game over, Fierceness. And this one opens 9-5, Rapoli stable, one of the top stables here at Saratoga, and gets top trainer Todd Pletcher. Well rested, been working well, been working out at Saratoga since going all the way back to May. So working, should be familiar with the track, and has a few 5-furlong workouts mixed in there, including a bullet on June 28th. But again, there's a race packed with speed. Is going to be a challenge up front. Opens 9-5. So what do I think about this? All considered, how do you use these horses? And as you can see, Ed DeRosa's odds there on the right. He sees Sierra Leone is 9-5 and Fierceness at 2-1. My favorite horse, the one I like best, who I'm a fan of, Fierceness. I'd love for him to win. I think he's up against it. And 2-1, will he run his best race when faced with others that are just as fast early or faster? That makes it a tough sell. The one I like best, another one I like, Sierra Leone opens even money. And if we can get 9-5 on Sierra Leone, I'd say Christmas has come early. That's my top pick. How would I use these horses? Would I mess around? Would I do something? Pick one on top and some others underneath for a super. It might turn out to be a very chalky super, considering there's only 6 horses in the field. And you need one of these bombs to sneak into second, get one of these Sierra Leone or Fierceness off the board. How would I use these horses? Okay, who do I like best to win? Sierra Leone. Horse has done nothing wrong. A length and a half total away from being undefeated. Ran well here at this track. Ran its fastest Brisnet. You know it closes like a train. Tremendous closing kit. Tremendous jock. Pratt and hometown trainer, successful Chad Brown. Who do I like? If I had to go 1-2, maybe Sierra Leone over Fierceness. Will I write Fierceness out? No. How I'd use these horses? I'd stay away from exotics within the race. I would use both for multi-race plays, both Sierra Leone and Fierceness, and I figure that covers it. And if they knock each other off with these odds at about 2-1 each, it's not going to hurt the multi-race plays, because it's not as if one of them is going to wind up at 2-5. And which would kill the multis. And then I would do something within the race, try and beat Sierra Leone with Fierceness. I would use both of them, Sierra Leone and Fierceness, in multi-race plays personally, and a win bet on Sierra Leone not at even money, but if we can get closer, 8-5, 9-5 on Fierceness, a healthy win bet on not Fierceness. If we can get Sierra Leone at 9-5, 8-5, a healthy win bet on Sierra Leone, and use both Sierra Leone and Fierceness in multi-race plays. So those are my selections. I want to wish everyone the best of luck in the Jim Dandy Stakes. If you like this video, by all means, feedback is appreciated. Hit the like button. And if you'd like to get notified of upcoming shows in advance, either live or pre-recorded, subscribe to the channel and let your horse racing friends know about the channel. We do shows on a regular basis, including selection shows nearly every single day. So good luck, everybody. Let's win some money. Play the races with ice water in the veins. You don't want to get too emotionally invested in the races. You want to have the same exact expression on your face, whether you lost your mortgage or lost your house, lost your wife, whether you passed on the race or you won 10 grand. Ice water in the veins. Trust me on this. You won't be sorry. And remember, may the horse always be with you. Thanks for watching.